Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH the Flame Emperor episode number 44 based on novel. So let's start. This is. With the formation of the formation broken, Yu Hui gasped for breath. Obviously, the all-out strike just now took a lot of their strength to break the formation. Only the last trace of silver light left on the body also illuminated the cave, and the figures who attacked the two of them slowly emerged. A rather beautiful woman had a faint cyan do chi emerging from her body, and the other was a man in a Taoist robe. It's just that at this time, in the middle of the two, a man with a heavy ruler on his back caught the attention of Yu Hui and Yu Jing. It was said that the man with a heavy ruler on his back attracted the attention of Yu Hui and Yu Jing, rather it was the beautiful lotus seeds wrapped in flames in Xiao Yang's hands that attracted their attention. On the delicate lotus seeds, a miniature giant dragon is constantly swimming back and forth. But at this time, the pupils of Yu Hui and Yu Jing widened deeply. The two of them felt a destructive wave from the fire lotus seed. Not good. Yu Hui shouted. Xiao Yang moved just when he realized that the fire lotus was not able to resist and was about to escape. Since you're here, how can there be a reason for you to leave? Lotus of silence. Following Xiao Yang's loud shout, a tiny fire lotus with 22 colors in his hand flew towards Yu Hui and Yu Jing at the speed of sound. Wherever the fire lotus went, the space seemed to be unable to support this terrifying strength and temperature, and could not help shaking slightly, as if it were broken at any time. The speed of Huolian was extremely fast, and in the next moment, it arrived in front of the two of them, and then attacked Yu Jing and the two. Above Huolian's body, the huge battle chi turned into a giant dragon, and the terrifying Huolian was a giant dragon. In the belly of the dragon, boom boom boom, the terrifying lotus of annihilation is mixed with the power of destroying the sky and the earth, instantly swallowing the two remaining ash, and then the terrifying power also explodes in an instant. Through the flames, it seems that the two people who were originally scattered suddenly stand together, but this is the case, and now they can't resist the power of this lotus of silence. If it was their peak moment, they could still have the strength to fight, but now, it should also only end up in a dark end. The terrifying destructive power of the lotus of destruction instantly razed the entire cave to the ground. A huge battle turmoil also swept across the circle, and it is unknown whether the two Yu Hui are dead or alive. Xiao Yang also attacked Yu Hui with the Lotus of Destruction at the moment when the formation was broken, so as to achieve the most powerful offensive. However, when the formation was broken, Xiao Yang, the formation master, suffered some damage. After all, the formation formed by the battle formation master was closely related to the spiritual power of the formation master and the inscription of life. In addition to the fact that the Lotus of Brewing Annihilation took away most of Xiao Yang's power, there were a lot of bloodshots on the corner of Xiao Yang's mouth at this time. Xiao Yang, are you alright? Yu also hurriedly supported Xiao Yang, and then some precious medicinal pills appeared from the ring on the jade hand. Enough is enough. You're trying to eat me to death. Xiao Yang coughed violently, apparently due to Yueru's swallowing at such a speed. Yueru also stopped what she was doing when she heard the words, but her eyes were still slightly wrinkled. Xiao Yang is also helpless about this. It can be seen that Yueru is concerned and confused, and then slightly adjusted her body for a second, and immediately refined a part of the medicinal pills, and then the medicinal pills sent by Yueru turned into an extremely pure energy flows through the body. Seeing that Yueru and Xiao Yang had such a close relationship, Mu Feng, who was beside him, couldn't help but smack his lips. Isn't it just a couple? Is there something remarkable? However, Mu Feng's heart has also undergone earth-shaking changes. Originally, he felt that Xiao Yang was a friend, but at this time, he was greatly surprised. Even though he met Xiao Yang in the tea house at first, and then in the cold pool in the secret room, Mu Feng knew that Xiao Yang must have some powerful card. It's just that Mu Feng never thought that Xiao Yang would actually have the power to kill the late 4-star Do Emperor. You must know that this Xiao Yang is only the peak strength of the Samsung Do D. Others are real powerhouses in the late stage of the 4-star Do D, and Mu Feng knows the difference between the two clearly. If it was me, if I wanted to clean up the injured Yu Hui second brother, I would have to spend a lot of means. I didn't expect that Xiao Yang would actually do a few tricks. The cave was instantly razed to the ground, and the aftermath of the battle slowly dissipated. Are they dead? Mu Feng was also the first to speak, because he had already discovered that the aura of Yu Hui and the others had disappeared without a trace. A powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Do D, the 10th place in the points plundering competition. If he died like this, it would be too much of a vain name, right? I said yes. Remaining ash. Xiao Yang also recovered a lot of strength, and then whispered into a void. Cough, cough, cough. A few violent coughs came out, and suddenly the figure of Yu Hui slowly appeared in front of the three of them, but his body was covered in scars, like a man, and one of his palms that was blocking his chest seemed to be holding something. Damn boy, when my injury recovers, I will definitely not be able to get around you. Yu Hui was also extremely weak. At this time, he was already at the end of the game, and any contestant could easily kill him. Haha. I just said that you and I survived. It turned out that I used my own brother as a shield. This method is really cruel. Xiao Yang also said to Yu Hui. Obviously, according to Xiao Yang's estimation, the terrifying power of his own Lotus of Annihilation, and the blessing of Long Yi's Dragon Soul, he was able to deal with the injured too. The brothers came to resist the terrifying power of the Fire Lotus and escaped. Hee, winning the king and losing the bandit, how can you take care of so much? Yu Hui also endured the feeling of being in a coma due to the serious injury and said, because he knew that once he was in a coma at this time, he would end up in a coma. Don't you just want points? How would you share the words I gave you? Yu Hui also looked at Xiao Yang and the three weakly. Hee, it's useless to sow discord. And I don't just want points. I want your life. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he turned into a flame and attacked the severely injured Ash. Xiao Yang knew very well that since Yu Hui was a powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Do-D, the strength behind him was definitely not weak, and since he had already forged a feud, there was no need to leave any worries behind. He escaped, and the future revenge against Xiao Yang was also quite a headache. The seriously injured Yu Hui could easily kill him with a single blow, not to mention Xiao Yang's terrifying attack. Little chops. When I recover, I will definitely want you to die, Yu Hui said grimly. After he finished speaking, he didn't hesitate. He felt the killing intent of the man with the heavy ruler in front of him. Although he was not reconciled, his life was important. The palm smashed the token heavily, and the whole person turned into a little in an instant. The light left the corpse forest. Crushing the token means giving up this trial. Damn. What about the points? Xiao Yang's goal was not to kill Yu Hui, but to force him away. Seeing that he had achieved his goal, Xiao Yang was also stunned for a moment, and then yelled loudly. The battle can be considered to be over at this time. Under the attack of Xiao Yang, the injured Yu Hui and Yu Jing escape. Although Xiao Yang also wanted to kill Yu Hui, but the mysterious effect of the token for the competition just crushed it and left the infernal corpse forest, Xiao Yang was helpless. His grandmas. They are so dead and they are running, what should I do with the points? But when he realized it, Xiao Yang scolded. Because if the token is crushed, what about those points on top of the token? This is what he fought so hard to earn points. Xiao Yang doesn't care about the 9 super sects and the ranking of this trial. If only the top 10 are qualified to go to the Xianling royal family, that's where the holy flames are concerned. Even if there is only a slight possibility, it cannot be missed. After all, the rarity of the holy flame is well known. If the points disappeared, Xiao Yang would be extremely depressed. Points. It's already in our hands. Yu Rubei said in surprise as her lips moved slightly. Because at the moment when Yu Jing was attacked by Xiao Yang and died and Yu Hui escaped, a few rays of light also flew towards them. Oh! Hearing that, Xiao Yang also hurriedly took out his token, and then he was shocked to find that the number on his token jumped from 500 at the beginning to 25,000 now, and on the token in Xiao Yang's hand, a conspicuous 10 slowly appeared. Impressively, he soared directly to the 10th place in this trial. Sure enough. Xiao Yang also said with a smile, after all, only Xiao Yang dared to do such a terrifying thing with such a daring artist. It really gave us a big bargain, Mu Feng also said with a grin, because although the points of the token in Mu Feng's hand were not as much as 20,000 in Xiao Yang's hand, it has now increased to 13,000. The ranking on the card also instantly soared to 94. At this time, Mu Feng was completely defeated by Xiao Yang. If possible, he would definitely pull this Xiao Yang into the burning incense pavilion. Then, he. Mu Feng also laughed. And the token on Yuruyu's hand has also increased to 12,700 points, and the ranking has also been raised to 99th. With the end of the battle, some eye-catching words appeared on the tokens of the contestants in the corpse forest. Xiao Yang, the pinnacle of the 3-star Do-D, fought the wounded Yu Hui by himself, and Yu Hui was defeated. Replacing the 10th place, Yueru, Mu Feng was injured in the battle against Yu Jing, and Yu Jing was defeated. There are 99 Yueru and 94 Mu Feng in the early 4-star Dodi. 2 huge pieces of information also spread with a bang. Haha, this Xiao Yang is really a daring and talented person. It is the first time I have seen him in so many years to be able to rely on his strength at the peak of the 3-star Dodi in the trials. Hudu also looked at him. Xiao Yang's every move in the crystal ball. Hehe, this kid is the only one who has reached 10th level in soul power in the past 1,000 years. I am also looking forward to this kid reaching various levels in this point-grabbing competition. Wu Jiang also said with admiration. But although this is true, Xiao Yang's strength at the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor is not enough to support him in the 10th place. After all the people who can enter the top 10 are the powerhouses of the late 4-star Do Emperor, or even that Mu Yingying is already a powerhouse at the pinnacle of the 4-star Do Di. I wonder how long he can last. Hudu also laughed. This kid is not as simple as you think. If you don't believe it, just wait and see. Wu Jiang also didn't argue with Hudu after all. If they started arguing, it could last for several days. This 10th place is actually the strength of the peak of Samsung Dodi? Is there something wrong with the token? No, it's impossible for the token to go wrong. There were constant voices in the corpse forest. A bunch of idiots. It's a joke to actually be awarded points by this Xiao Yang. The mere strength of the peak of the 3-star Dodi can also be involved in this 10th place. Let me find you and make you spit it out. Let's go, they definitely haven't gone far. Qiu Huanio also said angrily, and then rolled his eyes, looking around like a bird, and then heading towards a place that has been razed to ruins. Xiao Yang? The strength of the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor actually wants to keep the 10th place. It's a bit ridiculous. A man with a giant axe said with a disdainful face, and after that, he went to the place where Xiao Yang was. The discerning person knew at a glance that this person was the 11th ranked snow axe, Shu Ni, with a giant axe as the main force, fighting 1,000 jinns, a powerhouse in the late stage of the 4-star Dodi. This 3-star Do Emperor's peak strength can defeat Yu Hui in the late 4-star Do Emperor. This Xiao Yang also has some secrets. However, this kid named Xiao Yang is actually cheap. Mu Yingying also saw the conspicuous words, and she immediately bit her mouth and said coquettishly. The heavenly fire sacred tiger transformed into a human figure and followed Mu Yingying, and the two were now at the entrance of the 3rd floor of the infernal corpse forest. Xiao Yang, are you alright? After the battle, Yueru and Mu Feng also noticed that Xiao Yang's breath was a little weak at this time, so they asked with concern. It's alright, protect me and I'll take care of it. Xiao Yang also responded, obviously dealing with the 2 remaining Hui and Yu Jing and causing him a lot of damage, but it was all worth it. Yueru's strength has already reached the early stage of the 4-star Do Emperor. Although her speed of improvement is much faster than that of Xiao Yang, who made Yueru the inheritor, it's really too hard to deal with the powerhouses in the late stage of the 4-star Dodi. Xiao Yang also whispered in his heart after all, the reason why Yu Jing and Yu Hui were defeated by Xiao Yang was that Xiao Yang caught them all by surprise, and the 2 of them were also injured, so they were defeated by Xiao Yang. If they were replaced by Yu Hui and the 2 of them at their peak, Xiao Yang would have to deal with one of them. As for the 2, it would be quite difficult. Xiao Yanzi, since Long Yi decided to submit himself and become a ruler, he naturally wanted him to show enough sincerity. The voice of the Golden Dragon King also sounded in Xiao Yang's mind. Compared to Xiao Yang, he was also overjoyed. Although he didn't know what the flame on Long Yi was, according to Xiao Yang's knowledge of the power of the flame on Long Yi's body was valuable and could be ranked in the list of different fires on Dochi continent. Top 10. If the flame on Long Yi can be combined, then for Xiao Yang, who is now at the peak of the 3-star Do Emperor, stepping into the 4-star Do Emperor is also a matter of course. After Long Yi became a ruler, Xiao Yang Liu had this idea, but this Long Yi and his master Jinlong King are impressively from the dragon family, and they are difficult to destroy, so Xiao Yang did not act rashly, but now his master Jinlong, if Wang said so, then things would be easy. Xiao Yang saw that Yueru and Mu Feng were protecting the Dharma for him, so he smiled and picked up the ancient ruler of Yihua Hung in his hand, and looked at the beautiful dragon pattern on the ruler. Kai Linglongiai, who was entrenched in the ancient ruler of the eternal fire eternal, also seemed to have discovered Xiao Yang's actions, and then a feeling of unease filled his heart. Xiao Yang, what do you want to do? Long Yi also said angrily. Obviously, the Golden Dragon King was like her in Long Yi's mind, so Long Yi would never think that this was the idea of the Golden Dragon King, so he also thought that Xiao Yang suddenly stared at him. What is he doing with himself? Could it be that he found out? Long Yi, the fire on your body is not ordinary, right? Since you have become my ruler, you must show some sincerity, otherwise you know some of my secrets and the words of the Golden Dragon King. Xiao Yang also slightly with a smile. It is obvious that Long Yi is bound to win. Damn. How could you possibly know? Could it be that huge soul power and the flames on your body? Dragon's Soul also said, struggling, and then looked at Xiao Yang, who was slowly recovering his fighting spirit wrapped in flames. Dragon's Soul Long Yi fell into contemplation, because it also has a small calculation that belongs to him, so he also concealed something from Xiao Yang in the secret realm before. What Long Yi said is indeed true. It is true that 3 strong men used the excuse to help it avoid the catastrophe, thus trapping it in the secret realm, eliminating Long Yi's dragon body, so that Long Yi can only exist in the mysterious space of the secret realm in the state of soul. Among them, Long Yi defeated them with his powerful body and strength, and survived in the secret realm for thousands of years. The immortal swords obtained by the 3 human powerhouses are also extraordinary, but now there are some imperfections, and the power they attract is greatly reduced, and Xiao Yang is also not used to swords, or the ancient ruler of eternal fire is more suitable, so he was rejected by Xiao Yang. Yang closed. However, there is one thing that Long Yi did not mention to Xiao Yang. The reason why Long Yi was stung by 3 fighting immortal-level human powerhouses was because of the power of flames on his body. Long Yi is the fire dragon who loves flames the most in the dragon family. The flame of the fire dragon is extremely tyrannical, and the power of the blood on Long Yi is also extremely strong, so that the blood on Long Yi has mutated, which makes the flame on Long Yi changed again. After the flame on Long Yi mutated, it became extremely powerful. Although it is not as powerful as the holy flame, it is similar to the strange fire on Xiao Yang's body. The flame on Long Yi's body is called blood flame. It is a new flame produced by Long Yi's natural flame and mutated blood. The fire is born from blood and can instantly ignite the blood in the enemy's body, so as to achieve one-shot fatality. This ability to burn the blood of the opponent's body can only be used when the strength is lower than his own, but it can also produce a good suppression in the same level, but the most peculiar thing is that it can restrain the power of the opponent's blood. This is undoubtedly the most powerful ruler for some families that deal with monsters or have the power of extremely pure blood. It's no wonder that Long Yi is being targeted. The reason why Long Yi doesn't talk about this is because Long Yi is now the spirit of the ancient ruler of Yihuaheng, but as long as the owner of the ancient ruler of Yihuaheng in the future, Xiao Yang let it out, then it can also be in the state of the soul existence. After following Xiao Yang for a few days, Long Yi also discovered that Xiao Yang possessed as many as 22 different types of flame powers, some of which were threatening to Long Yi. This is what makes Long Yi most puzzled. The power of a flame is extremely violent, not to mention that Xiao Yang has as many as 22 in his body. How did he keep these flames safe and sound? This is something that has always troubled Long Yi, but when Long Yi turned around, he also found that the flame in Xiao Yang's body seemed to be slowly devouring his own flame power. This frightened Long Yi, and then Long Yi only dared to shrink within the ancient ruler of the eternal fire. At the same time, Long Yi was extremely worried that Xiao Yang would swallow its flames. If the flames were swallowed up, then in the state of Long Yi's soul, he was not far from falling, so Long Yi also kept silent about it, but how could he know that it was discovered by Xiao Yang? Xiao Yang, don't be too aggressive. Long Yi also said angrily at this time. This Xiao Yang just wanted to force Long Yi to death. The red flames on Long Yi's body slowly surrounded him. If something went wrong, he would attack Xiao Yang. Don't worry, the Master Jinlong King told me that your current state is quite special, but if you help me, then in the future, Xiao Yang will definitely give it to him with his own hand. Xiao Yang was also imposing. Said arrogantly, Bijia pill. Long Yi was also stunned at this time. The famous name of this recovery pill has been heard for a long time. This pill has a 50% chance of evading the catastrophe, which is really a coincidence. Among the 7 realms, except for those in the ghost realm, who cannot cultivate into a human form, the rest of the 5 realms want to cultivate into a human form. After all, human beings are the superiority of all things, and are incomparable to other creatures. Just like the previous heavenly fire sacred tiger, although he can temporarily transform into a human form, after all, his strength and lifespan are not enough, and he cannot transform into a real human for cultivation, so there is a time limit. As for Long Yi, it is different. Long Yi's first catastrophe was also killed by him. 3 human powerhouses escaped by hiding in the secret realm. However, although they are the body of the soul, after careful calculation, this second the next catastrophe will come in less than 50 years, and then, heavenly tribulation is the most powerful force, even the current Long Yi is quite a headache. Can you Long Yi said. The first and second pills of the Emperor's rank are no longer under pressure, and the third rank of the Emperor is also within easy reach. The robbery pill is ranked in the fourth rank of immortal rank, which is more than the rank of third rank of Emperor rank, but before you cross the calamity, Xiao Yang will definitely offer it. Xiao Yang also insisted. I swear by my soul. Xiao Yang said, in order to give Long Yi a reassurance. Long Yi is also thinking, although he is now Kai Ling, but if he wants to escape, Xiao Yang, who wants to come to the peak of the 3-star fighting emperor, can't stop himself, but when he thinks that the Golden Dragon King takes a fancy to Xiao Yang, he is also attached to Xiao Yang. On Yang, Long Yi shook his head and rejected the decision. What's more, I have only 40 years to face the second catastrophe. Although this Xiao Yang is currently only a second-rank emperor alchemist, he can be defeated by the son of the dragon god. If the Golden Dragon King is selected, then Long Yi is not worried at all about his future achievements. Haha, then I'll bet on it. After Long Yi finished speaking, the fiery red flames all over his body instantly condensed at the dragon's mouth, and then a scorching flame slowly moved from above the eternal fire eternal ruler to the on Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang controlled this extremely pure flame, and whispered in his mouth, is this the original fire of that fierce blood and flame? Sure enough, the power is not bad. 4-star Dodi, if you don't make a breakthrough at this time, how long will it be? After he finished speaking, he closed his eyes, and Xiao Yang swallowed the source fire of blazing blood and flames in one gulp, and then the burning art in his body slowly started to run. At the same time, the aura in Xiao Yang's body also skyrocketed. This breath is good guy. He's actually breaking through. The 4-star Dodi Mufeng also saw it at a glance. Be careful not to let people disturb Xiao Yang. Yu also moved her eyes slightly, scanning the 4 directions vigilantly. Xiao Yang child, hand over the points of Yu Hui and Yu Jing, and then get out of the corpse forest. Young master will spare you. A loud voice echoed where Xiao Yang and the others were, and then Yu and Mu Feng suddenly saw a figure with a giant axe on his back. It's troublesome now. Yu also said softly, and then she glanced at Xiao Yang who was behind her, her body condensed with fighting spirit. Shu Enai's powerful attack also came to Mu Feng in an instant. With Shu Enai's strength, he had absolute confidence to seriously injure Mu Feng. Shu Enai's giant axe is called Cracking Mountain Axe, which is a giant axe with a long history. Rumor has it that this axe is full of power, and it has the power to split mountains. A mountain range rises from the ground. In addition, the promotion of branches and mountains are closely linked, so even if it is the peak of the 4 Do Emperors, it is extremely difficult to express the might of the mountain. After the familiar palm gently touched her, Yu felt that a familiar and extremely huge force was also attacking Natsuni. Damn it! Mu Feng also saw that Shu Enai actually exuded such terrifying power, and also knew that this was coming with the intention of killing, and then secretly cursed, and then had no time to escape, so he had to resist. Boom boom boom. The heavy axe in Shu Enai's hands slashed fiercely, and the blood and flesh in his imagination did not appear, but he felt that the giant axe in his hand seemed to be blocked by some hard movement. In front of Mu Feng, the terrifying attack of Shu Enai's double axe was blocked by a heavy black ruler. Are you looking for me? Xiao Yang also raised his head and smiled at Shu Enai. There was a sense of confidence in his smile. Just a hairy boy who knows how to hide behind a woman. Do you think that breaking through to the early stage of the 4-star Dodi can change the situation? The real powerhouse is. Shu Enai also said with a proud face. Obviously, the 3 people who didn't know the 4-star Do Emperor early stage could bring him a lot of trouble. After all, 2 of them have lost their fighting ability. As for this Xiao Yang's words, there's a lot of nonsense. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he raised his left hand slightly, and suddenly the ancient ruler of different fires in his hand exerted force, shaking Shu Enai's giant axe away. Are you all right? Xiao Yang also stretched out his right hand and walked towards Mu Feng. Obviously, what Mu Feng said just now was also heard by Xiao Yang. Not to mention anything else, it is because Mu Feng knows the profound technique of slaying demons and exorcising demons, so that Xiao Yang can make friends. What Mu Feng said is indeed true. After all, if it is a lie, it cannot escape Xiao Yang. This huge soul power. Hey, it's alright, if you come a little late, you'll be fine. Mu Feng also grinned, obviously not taking other things to heart. Breakthrough? This Shu Enai is a bit strong. The powerhouses in the late stage of the 4-star Dodi are also ranked 11th just after you. Mu Feng and Xiao Yang were also talking intermittently. Don't worry, I can handle it. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, a delicate bottle appeared in front of Mu Feng, and Mu Feng accepted it unceremoniously. Then Mu Feng moved to the side, opened the bottle and found that a very fragrant medicinal herb was also spread out, and then it was too late to swallow the pain. If you say enough, you will die. Xu Enai also discovered that the medicinal pills in Mu Feng's hands were not ordinary, and must be some quite high-level medicinal pills, which also had a very good effect on restoring strength. Xiao Yang also secretly guessed that if he was not the son of a big family, then he must be an alchemist with a high rank. Xu Enai was covered in red vindictiveness, and then the double axe in his hand also exuded a wave of destruction, and then Xu Enai move. Unpredictable, unprepared. Just be fast. Ruthless. Allow. Be fast. Let the opponent not be able to distinguish between the afterimage and the main body. The shot must be ruthless. The terrifying attack can make the opponent unable to fight back. The attack must be accurate. Focus on the enemy's vital points to attack, so that one hit is deadly. Xu Enai moved. The left hand of the giant axe in both hands was slightly pulled back, and then rotated in place. The right giant axe flew viciously towards Xiao Yang with the help of inertia. Xu Enai himself already has 1,000 jins of power, and with this inertial force, it has a terrifying weight of 6,000 jins. If you are hit by these terrifying slashes, you will have to shed skin if you don't die. Humph. Xiao Yang also snorted coldly, and then the terrifying flames instantly possessed his body. He held the ancient ruler of eternal fire with both hands tightly. On the ancient ruler of eternal fire, 23 colors were slowly flowing. Right. 23. Relying on the 22 different fires brought by Xiao Yang from the Doqi continent, and now adding Long Yi's original fire, there are already 23. The source fire that devoured Long Yi not only improved Xiao Yang's strength, but also Xiao Yang was pleasantly surprised to find that the Fen Ju in his body also instantly entered the low level of the immortal rank. Although it is only a low-level immortal, it is undoubtedly insignificant compared to a high-level heaven. If it is said that Fen Ju, a high-level heaven ranked, is the sea, then the current low-ranking immortal rank is just several seas gathered together. Xiao Yang didn't use any poison either. He just held the ancient ruler of eternal fire and faced Xu Enai's attack head-on. Save. The giant axe and the different fire constant ancient ruler attacked together tightly. Then, two different types of fighting chi storms swept across from the feet of the two of them. The space where the two were fighting seemed to be solidified. The giant axe and the ancient ruler of the different fire were tightly attached to each other, and the two were also expressionless. The next moment, the 23 colors of flames above the eternal fire eternal ruler suddenly passed through the giant axe, and then went towards Xu Enai. Damn it! Now it was Xu Enai's turn to be surprised. Although he had long expected that Xiao Yang would not be a simple character, and he was more prepared, how could he imagine that Xiao Yang's flames would find a hole in it? You must know that Xu Enai is an extremely powerful fire attribute powerhouse. Therefore, when dealing with Xiao Yang, who is also a fire attribute, a simple understanding of this will not have any effect, and it will not attract any attention. The flames on Xiao Yang's body were in his eyes. But at this time he was wrong, and it's terribly wrong. Xiao Yang's flames are really terrifying. When the 23 different flames were just passed to Xu Enai along the giant axe, Xu Enai realized that something was wrong, but when he wanted to expel the flame, he realized that something was wrong, but it was already too late. 23 kinds of flames invaded Xu Enai's body, and then flames of different natures began to stimulate their characteristic void swallowing inflammation, responsible for swallowing and writing the fighting spirit in Xu Enai's body. Even if he is the strength of the late 4-star Do Emperor, he can't withstand much swallowing. The pure lotus demon fire, when Xu Enai used his grudge, produced a flame that burned his inner soul a little, so Xu Enai had to guard against it. The blazing flames of blood burned the blood in Xu Enai's body, as if even the blood could burn. 23 kinds of flames jumped up and down in Xu Enai's body, so that Xu Enai, who was arrogant, also had a lot of sweat on his forehead. He had no doubt that if he let these flames in his body, then within a quarter of an hour, your internal organs will be turned to ashes. Just when Xu Enai was in a hurry, Xiao Yang moved, and an attack containing terrifying energy also appeared in front of Xu Enai. This video will end here.